Hey you guys, welcome back to Lenisha's channel. I am a holistic consultant, multifaceted advisor, divination practitioner, and the list does go on. I go by being a wise counsel. So right now I am doing a reading. I just posted a reading on my page and I said that I was going to go live to get more information on that specific reading. This reading, we're talking about whether it's platonic or romantic connections. We are talking about how you guys are breaking generational curses, healing your ancestral lineage, etc. You are possibly the first to do something in your whole lineage from your ancestors. And I feel like this has a lot to do with self-respect. Not saying that your ancestors didn't respect themselves, etc. It's just bigger than bigger than you, them, they. And I remember when people used to say, oh, this is bigger than us, I was like, excuse me? But it's not in a sense of you're less than, this is not, or whatever. But I'm picking up on twin flame energy, new person energy, but also somebody that you were in a karmic connection with. Okay, so as I said before, if y'all want to go check out the post, you can check it out after this live is over with. This live will be uploaded to my YouTube. If you're watching this from YouTube, hey, I hope you are subscribed because we got more on the way. More on the way. So you could be a Taurus. You could have fire placements, which are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Or the person that is coming up in your reading, or people coming up in your reading, could have these placements. All right, the number 9 is significant, and it's funny because this song is by Willow Smith and SZA. It's called 9. Okay, 9 signifies completion. So I feel like a lot of you guys are wrapping up things, tying up loose ends, healing, moving forward, and breaking generational curses. You are choosing yourself, letting go, and loving you. And I feel like you are a new person. You're not the same. And you are also attracting a new person that could most definitely be a twin flame. Now, maybe some of you guys, you've dealt with a twin flame situation. Maybe you got PTSD when you hear this phrase, twin flame. But I feel like that's because a lot of you guys were connecting with false twin flames, which is usually the more karmic energies. But this is your person. Okay, not this other individual where it was filled with illusions and there was intense anxiety and disrespect and lack of trust. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. This new person that you may have met in a past life, that you may have even come across in this lifetime, but you know, this person is most definitely your person. I feel like when I say your person, I mean your ideal partner. We all have many soulmates that teaches us, pushes us to growth, awakens us, etc. A lot of times we play both the teacher and students in our lifetime. But now I feel like it's coming into a point in time where you guys can really soar in your divine feminine, balancing it out with your divine masculine, of course. And I just feel like you're mastering things, completing things, and attracting a love like yours. And then I thought of a love like this before. Okay, period. This next channel song we have coming on is called Show Me How it's a song by Men I Trust. So I'm telling you, whoever this is, they are most definitely giving Paragon. Okay, it's giving power couple. And I feel like they're going to show you the things that your lovers, parent guardians, etc. did not show. And I feel like a lot of you guys showed a lot of people certain things. But it's up to them to heal, work through their void, you know, and do the work necessary. Okay, once again, we are not people's personal saviors, healers, God, etc. We have our own traumas. We did this life thing, etc. Everybody can do it. Everybody has the potential. So you don't get to come into a divine person's energy and treat them like apportion blame or be emotionally immature, etc. 777. So I'm picking up on energy where you have history with someone. You feel that you can trust someone, but the trust is not really there fully. People who apportion blame, etc. And like I said, this could be family, friend, lover situations, platonic or romantic, basically. All right. But I'm seeing a new start, a new beginning. And this is not going to be a false fresh start. This is going to be the real deal. Okay, and whoever you were dealing with, this emotionally immature person, I feel like you handled the situation very well, especially since this is your first time being alive and being a human and learning as you go. and still possessing beautiful, beautiful energy. A lot of you guys are very attractive, and on the inside, you're very beautiful. So very top tier energy. And like I said, I did post a video before getting on live. So whenever you get off of this live, make sure you go like, share, save the video. This video will be uploaded to my YouTube, this live, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. But if you guys want to get your own personal, because remember, this is a collective. I'm not talking to anyone in particular. I'm not saying this is specifically your message, your message. This is just what the cards are telling me. Anybody is able to take a message, but make sure you use your discernment, trust your intuition, okay? Not every message may be for you, okay? If you do want to get on the list, I have questions and readings available. The list is open. Nobody is on the list. If you can't afford my prices, you can send in donation based, which is anything that you're able to afford, okay? But I do have prices as low as $10, $25, $35, and $50. But right now this is a collective, so if you want to get on the list, make sure you do. My phone is on 57%, so I don't believe this will be a long live. All right, but confirming past, present, and future energy. This is a timeless reading. It doesn't have to just resonate for today, tomorrow, but it also can resonate next year, okay? We got mistreatment. And then this specifically in tarot will be the Jack of Diamonds. In playing cards, in tarot, it will be the Jack of Earth, the Jack of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. See the diamond? You know, put two and two together, the diamonds usually would represent like the coin energy, pentacle energy. And usually the Knight of Pentacles is something that's talking about a routine. So maybe some of you guys could have been mistreated like continuously, consistently. It was, you know, no matter who it was from, which sucks because you guys are very beautiful inside and out. This song is called Get Into It, Yeah, by Doja Cat. All right, be mindful that the songs are channeled music. They could be significant, maybe the lyrics, maybe the artists themselves, okay? Even if there's like a birthday, like I don't know when Doja Cat's birthday is and what's her sign, but it could be significant. Some people, they just wanted to party. They just wanted to lap dance. They just wanted to do all this. But I feel like you're attracting someone who is going to respect you, who won't put you last. They're going to understand priority. They're going to understand self-love. They're going to, it's really going to be a beautiful, magnetic, powerful, spiritual connection. And a lot of you guys, you never experienced this before. But if you keep on having faith and keep on being disciplined and setting your boundaries and keeping them firm, you will come into connections that are worth your while, literally. Instead of like how you did previously, you would give anybody a chance. You really didn't know your power, your value. So the first person who showed you interest, you probably was like, okay, you know, even falling victim to being love bombed is a thing, you know. That's not something that you should take lightly. This just gives you even more sense of how the brain works, you know. So I'm seeing that a lot of you guys were mistreated for a while and it was consistent. Whomever these people or this person was who mistreated you, they are not changing. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you're still hurt by the situation itself, and it may even hurt to know that this person is not changing. But pain don't last that long. The sun always comes out to shine again. It will not forever be rain and darkness, okay? And then I thought of, there could be no light without darkness. So take that how you will. But you most definitely were blamed. You know, instead of people taking accountability, they most definitely turned the situation around on you. And that sucks. And it will do you great justice to tend to yourself in these moments and heal your inner child, because just like how you were a child being shamed and guilty and feeling guilty and all these other things can still happen as you're an adult. So imagine not healing when you were younger because you didn't know how. It wasn't verbalized. It wasn't normalized. It just didn't exist. You know, putting other people before you existed. Oh yeah, God first, family second, da da da. But you never came into that picture. This song is called Love Me. It's by JMSN. Okay, maybe somebody wants you to love them even when they don't love you. And when I say they don't love you, I don't mean this person never cared about you, never had this, never had that, but it's a difference everybody is so quick to use the word love, but there's a such thing as loving people in an unhealthy way. So do you really call it love? I don't really call that love. But I feel like a lot of you guys are attracting love, not less. See, a lot of these people, they misused words. They thought it was love. Like, okay, well, maybe you did feel something, but it wasn't love. Once again, I'm not saying that they didn't care, this, and that. Some people, they actually didn't care. But not because it's just because they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? When you have so much trauma, unhealed trauma, etc., and you're just blind, like a lot of these people just were not aware of a lot of things. Some of these people were very much aware. They knew that they were wrong, etc., but it's deeper when people are not aware that they are the problem, or aware that, you know, this, that, right? So, like I said, they see their wrongs, but they keep showing up how they're showing up. So it's up to you to decide, is this how I want the rest of my life to be? Remember, you choose who you love. I know a lot of us believe, oh, well, I'm with this person for a reason. We don't mean you're with this person for a reason in a whole, you're meant to be in this person's life and you're meant to stay. We mean it like, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. So this, y'all could have went through a lot of stuff mentally. Your brain is like, you really need some mental relaxation, some mental rest, some mental healing. So this time around, you're loving you. I feel like your soul, your spirit, your inner child just was begging and pleading for you to love yourself. And I feel like you're finally getting it. For others of you, you're soon going to come into this energy. I wish you the very best. All I can say is trust your intuition. And sometimes that may be easier said than done when you are, like when your intuition is hindered, or I don't even want to say hindered, but when you don't really see things clearly. You have on the rose-colored glasses. But trust me, it's going to, a lot of things aren't rocket science. You can literally see when people are not for you. If you're being mistreated, if this, if that, if this and that, you know, it'll be common sense. So just trust your wisdom, your intuition. Okay? But it says, these cards came out together. It says, I could never be jealous of you, love. I love your style. So y'all could have been dealing with people who loved and hated you at the same time. These are in quotation marks. So maybe somebody could have literally verbally said this, or this is just how they feel, even if they didn't. And be mindful that sometimes cards, they don't talk, right? We are the messengers ourselves. So me as an intuitive, I'm also picking up that people claim that they were never jealous of you and they loved your style, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, how can you love somebody and do this and do that, but still hurt them, see them cry, not change your ways, put them through the same stuff, etc.? So it's just not giving. On the back, it says, I'm not my old ways. So it's giving. A lot of these people said a lot of things, but it wasn't valid. Okay? Most definitely wasn't valid. Words, empty promises, broken promises. All right? And it says, I am not lying to you. Like I said, anybody can say anything. They can say anything. Why do you think lies exist? Like, that's literally the definition. People can say things that are not true. So be mindful on taking people's words into consideration. Don't take their actions, okay? But this most definitely could have been somebody who you've mirrored. Y'all could have mirrored each other's shadows. You could have brought out their shadows, whatever the case may be of what the twin flame energy can signify. But a lot of you guys, like I said, you were in false twin flame connections. That's why it was so toxic. This song is called Not a Love Song. It's by Mariah the Scientist. She like, we don't deserve a love song. Prone to depression. See, a lot of y'all being in these people energies, you were just prone to depression because they were never good at showing affection, being there for you like you were there for them. Literally possessing certain traits of a healthy, divine feminine, divine masculine type of union. And but let me tell you, the masculine and feminine is in all male and women. These fancy words were created by human beings, female and male. So gender fluid by all means. Every person has masculinity and femininity. But there's a such thing as being in karmic energy. Now, karmic doesn't mean someone's bad, and karmic energy doesn't mean it remains that way forever. Karmic can easily change and shift into something else. But I feel like what a lot of you guys these people weren't changing, not because it was also because it wasn't meant for them to change. They were just meant to come in, teach you some things, literally the definition of what karmics do. So somebody could even told you that they don't want to lose you. Of course, I wouldn't want to lose you either. If you over here turning my world up from upside down to right side up, I wouldn't want to lose you either. If I never met a person like you before and you actually felt love for the first time, you know, of course. Why would we want to leave the collective? No. It says, I don't want anything from you. Let me cater to you. And this is a message from your new person. Okay? We got 4, 4 on the clock, 13, 12, 11, 14. Today is December the 29th. It's currently 11:14 p.m. So while y'all were dealing with people, they talking about, let's make this work. Baby, it takes two. It takes two regardless. You know what I'm saying? It takes two for a connection to become karmic, but to an extent, because I feel like a lot of you guys were genuine, pure, innocent, etc. And however somebody showed up in your life, sometimes that becomes how the relationship is going to be. If you were loyal, etc., this and that, but then somebody shows you the complete opposite, I mean, what do people expect? For you to keep on eating it? No. Like, you have both human vessel, spiritual being. People want you to what? Keep on being kind, this and that. Just because you stand your ground and keep up your boundaries doesn't make you a bad person, etc. You know, all of a sudden the smile isn't on your face. That doesn't make you a person that's not nice, etc. No, you're still nice, you're still kind, you're still this, but you know your value, and you also can see through people BS. So while these people are here like, let's make this work, that's selfish. And why are you even saying something of such? Because the collective always tried to make something work. Like I said, this could be a collective who was giving people chances for real. So you want the collective to keep making it work for the 1,000th time? It's not working. Simply because we are not compatible, we are not aligned, we don't share the same values, etc. We have different beliefs, etc. And a lot of times, just because you share different beliefs and this and that, it can still work. We're all autonomous for a reason. But when you lack the basics, respect, love, loyalty, that's the basics. That's the basics. So that's why I feel like y'all are attracting something new, because of whatever you have done, whatever you are doing, which 9 times out of 10 is loving yourself. Honestly, this song is by Sade. It's called Flow. I feel like you guys, you're attracting because you're surrendering, and everything is happening in divine timing. And I feel like you've learned the lessons and you're learning the lessons. So this new person, they're not going to want anything from you. They're literally even going to tell you this: I don't want anything from you. Let me cater to you. And a lot of y'all, maybe this person who you was dealing with all this stuff was trying to come off in this energy as well. But babe, there's a such thing as impersonation, okay? Some people, they try to mimic and form into these divine energies, and they can't. The mask will eventually always fall off. See, with you, it will never fall off because you were who you said you were. So confirmation to trust your knowing. You are somebody who's extremely intelligent. Some of y'all are going to learn how to balance out the heart and the mind. And a lot of you guys, you've done this already. You could be an air sign or have air placements. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But whoever these people were, they were a joker. They were a clown. I don't know if some of these people was playing with you for real. Illusions. Things were not what it seemed. At all. You thought right was left, left was right. I'm telling you. So congratulations. This was a huge milestone, a huge step. Angel number 22 could be significant. 66. You could be seeing things in twos or something about doubles, even mirrored numbers. 10 is here. Y'all are literally wrapping things up and completing things. This is the year of the snake. Completion. So it makes sense. Everything is, the synchronicities, the alignment, the divine timing, it's all there. So Some of you guys may come into this new person's energy while you're still healing and everything. But that doesn't mean that you're not ready for love or to give love, receive, and everything else. This new person could be having dreams about you, which makes them a very, very powerful person. And some of y'all, even these other people, could be having dreams about you. It says we got history. So somebody could have said this to you. Maybe this is how somebody feels. They could want you to be their Valentine. A lot of you guys, by February 14th, Valentine's Day, you're going to have a romantic interest that you're probably going to be connecting with. Maybe some of you guys, you're going to reconcile with somebody from the past who you got history with, and they're going to ask you to be their Valentine. Or maybe you're not even going to reconcile and they're just going to pop up and ask you or something like that. But I feel like it's very important for you to move forward in your life and to not settle. Literally. Everybody's so shocked and surprised when it comes to people in real life true love situations, but that could have been you 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 days ago. You just have to be consistent. 444. You have to be disciplined, and you have to, it's really the basics. Self-love, self-respect, all that, which ties in to not settling. You are not meant to settle. You're not meant to settle for people who cause you freaking trauma. That's very serious. A lot of you guys, like, people can literally want to, trigger warning, unalive themselves. You know, maybe some of y'all were dealing with people who had that type of mindset, etc. as well. But trauma, that's not something that we take lightly. So don't feel bad because you may have history with somebody, or, oh, that's your family, or, oh, this, and that. Because I promise you, you've been programmed since you were a child. So I can understand why you even feel those things or say those things. And I feel like, honestly, that's why we go through what we go through in today's time, so that we can take off the rose-colored glasses and deprogram from what we were taught and learned. It says your sex is fantastic. So you could be somebody that's good in bed, and you can also be attracting somebody who's good in bed. It says, I'm the one for you. You don't need anybody else. So this could have been said by someone, or it will be said by someone. Be mindful of even new people coming into your life who is impersonating divine energy. It happened to you before, it can happen again. A lot of people can lie, manipulate, gaslight, so just use your discernment. But I promise you, this new person, you won't need to get a reading on them. You won't need to, you will know that this is your ideal partner, friend, lover, etc. A lot of you guys are creating your new family. It's giving soul tribe. It says they meant what they said. I'm telling y'all, the people who did you dirty, did you wrong, they said this, they said that, they hurt you, they meant exactly what they said. I don't care if they tried to apologize for it. Like anybody can try to, it's words. You got to pay attention to people, how they show up in their true colors. Stop being manipulated. You're too smart for that. And this new person, they're going to mean exactly what they say. If they say, you don't owe me nothing, I don't want nothing, I'm going to cater to you, you don't got to worry about me hurting you, no, all that pain and everything is old, believe them. And it don't even matter if you don't believe them, because they're going to make you a believer. I'm telling you. Because they're going to understand. Even God itself is going to understand, okay, collective, probably a little bit cautious. Because, of course, every single person you came across was a fugazi. Some of y'all, you're going to attract somebody who is in divine energy, but maybe you're still going to be stuck with this past energy or person. And I feel like that's why a lot of you guys, things have been delayed, because this new person, they don't deserve for you to be like back and forth or on the fence, you know. But for others of y'all, based on how your life plays out, maybe you will attract this person, but you'll still be on the fence with another person. Because the reason why I say that is because this song, Can't Help But Wait by Trey Songz, is on. Come between you and your man. Baby daddies could be significant. Or baby moms, Apply How It Fits. Till you get back with him. and don't change. Aries energy, big dog energy. This is somebody who don't play. This is somebody who's gentle but and protective, but they don't play. They don't play. They're not gonna play about you. They're not gonna play about their legacy, children, family. Except they don't play. Similar to you, you don't play. You're protective. You're a lover, etc. Down to the T, but you don't play either. You wanna know why? Because you in tune for real with that heart space, etc. Beautiful, beautiful. It says, if you leave, I'll be here still. I told y'all, top tier energy. Why would somebody be in the energy of somebody who they know is not as valuable? That should literally let y'all know when people try to do love spells, when people try to stay in your life, that should really help confirm that you shouldn't be out here settling. Because people will literally wait their whole life for you to come back again. And some people, they'll probably move on to the next, but they'll always think about you and remember you. You can't place your value on people who cheat on you. Oh, they cheated on me, so I'm not worthy. Oh, that has nothing to do with you. And since we're on the topic, other people's perception of you is not your fault. Just because they feel like, oh, this person is a bad person, they're the villain, when in actuality, you're the superhero. So let people think what they think, feel how they feel, and do what the hell they do. And just keep on being the best you that you can be and create the reality that you want to live. Know yourself. You stand for nothing, you fall for anything. You stand for nothing, you fall for anything. So if you don't know yourself, you're going to allow other people to tell you who the hell you are. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of you guys embrace and embody this solitude and however and whatever it is going on in your life, because I feel like the challenges, the obstacles, that's where the wisdom comes from. Okay, this song is called WGFT by Gunna and Burna Boy. See, certain music like this, I'd be like, but you know, I am a girly of the arts, and I got, you know, taste in food and music. So when things sound good to my ear or whatever, I'd be like, but I do be paying attention to the lyrics more. I remember in the past, over 5 years ago or so, I used to not really pay too much attention to the lyrics. But I guess once I started shifting within my belief system and everything else, I started really paying attention to the lyrics. But I myself am breaking out the whole labels and this and that thing, because I know that it comes from other people, you know, the beliefs, the this, the that, it comes from others. It didn't come from me. It came from somebody else's beliefs and telling me this and so that's why I'm by piece just deprogramming to reprogram. Maybe that's why I have a message for you. We're all in the collective for a reason. Okay. But yeah, it says, if you leave, I'll be here still. Maybe somebody could have told you this. Like I said, when you see these quotations, this could be how somebody feels. This could have been said, whether it was verbatim or not. Yeah. On the back, it says, I can't see myself with anybody else but you. Literally. Literally. With quotation marks. It says, you're the best. I love you unconditionally. It's coming out in the reverse. Usually, when it comes out in reverse, it could be the complete opposite, or it could be something like the shadow side of the upright. Not necessarily the opposite, but just a shadowed perspective. A lot of people look at shadow energies as negative, or it's different ways that people look at things. That's why you got to take the messages how it resonate for you. All right, if you guys do want to get on the list is always open. Okay. And then on the back of the deck, it says deepen connection. We got hashtag get closer, hashtag ask questions. Okay. And maybe these things could have been done, right? But with it being in the reverse, I feel like a lot of you guys, there was nothing more that you could do. There was no more questions. There was no more revealing who you were. You were who you said you were. There was no more. It was up to other people. So I feel like a lot of you guys were encouraged to not deepen a connection, etc., because it was just going to be wasted efforts. You were actually the best, but people, they did not love you unconditionally. They loved you conditionally. It had nothing to do with you. It had a lot to do with them, their trauma, etc. But the collective also had their own trauma, etc. You know, so that's why I don't really understand how people still come up to be certain individuals, but it exists. Maybe it was because of the neglecting, being neglected from parent or guardian, or this is it could have been anything. So we're emotionally intelligent. We have a higher IQ. We get it, but at the same time, we're wise and we have intuition, etc. So is the collective going to keep on settling, or is the collective going to move forward? And I feel like the collective is moving forward. This song is called Levels by Avicii. And this song is by Leon Thomas. It's called Treasure in the Hills. These are channel songs, you guys. So maybe go listen to them. Maybe check out the lyrics. Maybe it's something about the artist that could be significant. Their birthday, where they're from, something. It says, let's be friends. Yeah, people are, and then it came out with mental institutions. So people, they got to be crazy to be up here trying to still have access to you. Spirit said access denied. But the thing is, your spirit team, your ancestors, whomever, they can't do things for you. They can't tell you, oh, go down this path, do this, do that. You know? It's your life. Your spiritual team, etc., they've already had their life and lived on earth for some of them. It's the same thing. So it's like with you, you are the main character of your story. You are in the driver's seat. It's up to you. This is not anybody else's life. They're here to support you and guide you, yes. But so far as implementing change and doing this and doing that, putting in action, no. That's for you. That's why I say when y'all have tarot readings and you ask questions like, oh, should I do this? Why are you asking tarot itself? Because even that can be a little tricky when you asking cards or tarot itself like certain questions. Because sometimes it's deeper than the yes or the no. Sometimes you can get a yes and it's really a no. Sometimes you can get a no and it's really a yeah or a maybe. So just use your discernment. Letters S through Z could be significant. STUVWXYZ letters are significant. It says focus on you. Yep. So a lot of you guys became emotionally and mentally unstable or unstable. So focusing on you is important. It's mandatory. It's not up for discussion. And anybody, you can't heal in the midst of the fire, right? You're still getting burned. You're still getting, how is the healing going to form if it's keep, you know? So to think that you're going to heal and grow and do this and expand while people are still traumatizing you, etc., is just not going to happen. He said, I found treasure in the hills. Some of y'all, you looking in the wrong places for love. It's within. And even outside of that phrase of self-love is the best love, some of y'all, these people are not going to be in your vicinity. Some of these people, bosses, etc. So I promise you, they probably won't be in no child. But divine timing. I found treasure in the hills. I found treasure hills. It says you're the one for me. Don't let people confuse you now. See, a lot of times, yeah, you were people's soulmate, but were they yours? Were they yours? Okay. This song is by Sasha Keeble. It's called Why. 1132 on the clock. And outside of that, some of these people could be looking at you like, why, how, when, where? What you mean? You was there. Okay, bars. What you mean? You was there, honey. How you don't know how we got here? That's what I mean by they apportion blame. Look, y'all are, people are going to lust after you. People are going to literally, like a dog trying to hump your leg because you're single, you're sexy, and successful. That's why you guys are so protected. Because of who you are within, and of course, naturally. So people are going to be obsessed with you. Why you feel like you attract these and that type of people? I mean, it could be because of the things that you need to heal and certain, you know, whatever the case may be. But aside from that, it could be because why not? Why? If you're like a trophy, you're like a kid, like the candy store, right? And a kid is coming inside. People, I'm telling you. Some of these people like, why is it me that you give all this love to? Some of these people have so much low self-esteem that you loving them was not going to help. Even though you give the greatest amount of love. Your love is king, Sade. But some people were just too far insecure and too far within their ego. And how can you have too much ego and have low self-esteem? But I'm seeing there's a fresh start. It's a new you. See, all those New Year's resolutions you was doing 10 years ago? Okay, that's fine. But something about this year, next year, and everything else from here on out, and everything mattered. Everything mattered. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, oh, everything matters. This is a collective. Welcome in. Why is it you? Why is it you that you give? Why do you give all this love to people? It's because you want it in return. Ask yourself, why do I want to be in a relationship? Is it to feel the love that you? Why? Look, you gotta focus on you. You gotta do you. It's unnegotiable. See, we got single, sexy, and successful in that divine masculine energy, whether you male or woman. See, the divine masculine is focused on goals. It's about action, structure, protection, and strength. A force that moves, builds, provides, and brings visions into reality. A force that moves forward, builds, provides, and brings visions into reality. This song is called Candy Crush by Mac King. It says, provides structure or stability, takes lead in decisions, discipline, leadership, clarity, logic, purpose, and grounding, taking action and staying disciplined, setting boundaries and protecting peace, feels confident and in control of life. Not necessarily a person, but energies that everyone needs, okay? So a lot of you guys, you could be operating from a Queen of Wands energy, single, sexy, and successful, family-oriented, business savvy, etc. And you could be possessing this divine masculine energy. And you can also, let's do this, the male and the woman, right? Instead of the feminine, masculine energy, it's still there. But from a shift, the woman and the male, you, wherever you are attracting boss energy. I'm telling you. Look, North Node. Don't play with it. Divine masculine. Going from South Node to North Node. Don't play with you. Some of y'all, people would have thought that you put a spell on them, but no, you just the real deal, Holyfield. Be mindful of people trying to put spells on you. They could have already done that for sure. And spells, they don't have to just involve candle magic and everything else. Sometimes it can involve prayer, manifestation, wishing upon a star. See, it's crazy. You were a 10 out of 10 and you was connecting with zeros. That's why y'all, I don't know if you ever heard that saying, drop that zero, get you a hero. You've heard that saying for a reason. And don't be all, oh, that's a coincidence. No. I'm telling you, not everybody heard that saying before. So if you come across it, yeah, okay? But the old version of you is dead and gone. May she rest in peace. May he rest in peace. It's giving Christina. Christina's gone. Transition. Some of y'all could have experienced a physical death or ending, internally, externally, of self, not self. Some of y'all are grieving the loss of people who are still alive. Some of y'all are grieving the loss of people who are no longer walking amongst the earth. But y'all are unbothered. It's because I feel like a lot of you guys are realizing you're the prize. A lot of y'all, you are a beast for real. Unstoppable. You have an immense amount of inner strength and strength overall. because you don't look like what you've been through, and then it's almost like you didn't go through anything in life. It's crazy. You went through the most traumatic, I'm telling you, but it's almost like you didn't go through anything. There go the Divine Feminine. And this song is called Know That You Are Loved by Cleo Soul. Now let me read the Divine Feminine energy. We did the Divine Masculine, beautiful energy. You see how it's divine, divine? We didn't get not one karmic energy out here yet. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's because it's just over with. You're letting go, you're loving you. That's the purpose of the karmic relationships, to let go and love you, to teach you something, help you grow, help you awaken. Okay? You're speaking affirmation after affirmation, period. So with the Divine Feminine energy here, it says intuitive, nurturing, receptive, creative. Divine Feminine usually is a being that is listening to intuition, allows love, support, and blessings to come to them. Someone who is creative, soft, and expressive. And mind you, everybody needs to possess Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy. Okay? But it says, once again, not necessarily people, but energies everyone needs. Energies everyone needs. Okay, when you're coming up as a Divine Feminine energy or possessing this energy, you are healing, nurturing, or caring for yourself or others. You trust your emotions and inner wisdom. Okay? And also attracting masculine energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Know that you are loved, even if you don't love yourself. See, I feel like people who didn't love themselves, you still love them. But I feel like you're realizing a lot of things is just bigger than that. You can be so nice, so sweet, but people beat the niceness out of you and the sweetness out of you, but not for you guys, right? Because it's like, surprisingly, wildly, you are still pure-hearted, a gem. That's why you have the title of Earth Angel, Starseed, Chosen One. Duh. Okay? See, a lot of y'all were in confusion or experiencing illusions. You know, lack of understanding, uncertainty. And you can still be in this energy, right? A lot of you guys, you're moving on. You're moving forward. And some of you guys are going to far places. I'm seeing you 10 miles out somewhere. And the thing is, this can be metaphorically or literally. If it's metaphorically, it's like you're headed towards freedom. You're going, like, freedom. Liberty. Going from imprisonment, which you were only creating yourself. Yes, I understand the people did this, the people did that, but they were there for a reason, for a purpose, for a reason, right? It was up to you to get out of your own head, not let worries and everything else hold you back. It was up to you to be a being that is free and stop living as if you're not. Being entrapped by your own thoughts, relationships, etc. But you're attracting a King of Cups because you're the Empress. This isn't, look, King of Cups in tarot. This is the Oracle card deck. Okay. This is the nice guy card. In tarot, it's the King of Cups. This could be your energy. It could be other people's energy. Like I told you, just because it says king doesn't mean it's not referring to women. Just because it says divine feminine doesn't mean it's not a male, right? It's important that all of us possess divine feminine and divine masculine energy. It's important, okay? And I feel like that's what's happening. And y'all are attracting someone who's generous and emotionally balanced. Remember, we picked up on that energy earlier. I don't want nothing from you. I just want to cater to you. Y'all think I'm playing. If you are literally in alignment with this, keep choosing yourself, etc., you are going to see it. And I don't know if you're going to forget about this message or remember it. Some of y'all, you're going to remember it for sure. Because some of y'all are still new to divination. And you still get a little shocked and surprised when, you know, you're fortune telling. But I'm telling you, look, real love. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Any other card could have came out the deck. You see how many cards is it? Look, I must be talking to somebody who has a hard time of trusting, believing, etc. But it's okay. It's okay. This song is called Since Way Back by Drake and Party Next Door. And I had just instantly got this certain vision or thought that a lot of things are happening now, not because of something that you did yesterday or a year ago, but 10 years ago, 20 years, and all of the above, even after. But you're attracting genuine, authentic love because that's exactly what you give. See, you have to stop choosing the first person that popped up in your vicinity who paid you some attention. Why would they not pay you attention? Why would they not? You're like a literal trophy. You got to start having the confidence. A lot of you guys, you naturally had confidence, and it was embedded in you. That was naturally a characteristic that you had. But like I said, as you was navigating through the world, going through your own stuff, experiencing trauma after trauma, maybe insecurities did come up. Maybe not seeing your worth or value did come up, etc. But I told you, regardless, you're going to know everything that it is that you need to know in this world, in this lifetime, as long as you keep on experiencing and living. You're going to come into the truth regardless, even if people try to manipulate you and tell you what the truth actually is when it actually is a lie. Like I said, regardless of being misled, misguided, hurt, etc., you are going to come into the version of you. I'm telling you. You're going to have people that's want to come into your energy, do this and do that, but not everybody belongs in your energy. Literally. Y'all got to stop. All that be humble stuff that you learn, you need to throw that away, honey. Not being humble has nothing to do with being conceited, but it has a lot to do with knowing your worth and your value, not accepting less, and embodying that energy. We got soulmate and concern. You got somebody who biting their nails, worried as hell because they know that there's a person that's ideally suited for you that you're going to come into connection with. They know that you're an abundant, beautiful, magnetic, attractive, divine being. And they know that being in that energy, you are going to attract that energy. You're going to come across somebody who's better than them, etc. And I say better than them in a sense of karmic versus divine. Literally. So somebody going to be in worry or fear because they already know they not your true soulmate. Somebody else is. They want to be your soulmate. They want this, but they can't live up to who you are. And they haven't been living up to who you are. Look, distant future, false narrative. Some people kept trying to hold on to you and hold on to you. That's what I mean. I see some people, they stay in connections for 10 years, 5 years, whatever. But I promise you, that's because you didn't leave. Like, some people think, oh, we made it to 10 years. Yeah, if you would have left 8 years ago, y'all would have made it to 10. You know, it's just about common sense. Balancing out spirituality and practicality. If you want better, be in that energy. If you give chances, then of course you're going to give chances. And that's what your reality going to be. If you put your foot down, then eventually you're going to come into energies with people who are better, okay? We got work, labor, and efforts with animosity. Some people, like, they just didn't know that you did all this work, past life, current life, for a long time, and they angry and mad at you, but you did the work. That's why life is abundant for you. That's why you are abundant. But the thing is, they worried about the wrong goddamn thing. But that's what people gonna do. Haters gonna hate, right? Goddesses gonna be goddesses, guys gonna be guys, angels gonna be angels, devils gonna be. You gotta let people play their role, honey. Everything happens for a reason. Some people blame God itself, if you believe in God or whatever the case may be. But babe, people have free will. The world is the way that it is because of people. That's why things exist. That's why money exists. That's why labels exist. That's why stereotypes exist. That's why all these things. So who are you? What reality are you going to create for yourself? Is it going to be everybody else's reality? People can try to tell you who to be, how to be, what to do, what to think. But it's up to you. Just like it's up to you to reap the rewards that you were always meant to receive. A lot of you guys, if you're experiencing poverty or this and that, I promise you're going to have a testimony. A lot of things happen for a reason. But you can get yourself out of any situation. Everybody has all the tools and resources that they need. Literally. In the future, somebody may try to lie or do some type of defamation of character or slander. That's why I say you stand for none, you fall for anything. If you be in this energy where you don't know yourself and you get confused on who you are, you're going to feel some type of way about this. Like, oh my gosh, da, da, da. No, you can't worry about it. You got to know a liar is going to lie. A cheater is going to cheat. That's what I'm saying. You're just not on a lot of people's level, and that's why they mad. They concerned, they worried. Especially when it comes to getting karma. Some of these people know that karma finna be bad because they already been experiencing it. And ain't no letting up. Because a lot of people, they don't have remorse for real. And a lot of people, they're not changing. I could be talking about your own dad. Or baby dad. Or whatever the case may be. Somebody who's an older man. Showing up as an emperor energy. But that don't mean they in the divine emperor energy. Most definitely giving reversed emperor. And a lot of you guys, you're attracting someone who's mature. But going back to what I was saying, a lot of you guys, you're not meant to be in poverty. This, and that. You have free will. If life is the way that it is now for you, you can change it. A lot of you guys, you never know in your past life you was the queen of this, king of Atlantis, this, and that. And in this lifetime, you possessing like some of the poverty. Now that could be maybe because of purpose and free will. You know, karma, which is cause and effect, consequences of our actions, what we do or what we don't do. Sometimes that's just how life becomes with our own choices and actions. Be gentle with yourself, because sometimes if you knew better, you'll do better, right? But if you are experiencing some type of poverty, you got to know success is not outside of you. Wealth is not outside of you. That was created by humans. Oh, I only have $2 to my name. Oh, I'm experiencing houselessness. Oh, I'm this, da, 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 da. Don't victimize yourself. Know that you can get yourself out of whatever situation. Sometimes it just takes a practical approach. See, a lot of y'all, you not living the way that you're meant to. And this is not to say you're on the wrong path, you're doing something wrong. Because like I said, you're exactly where you need to be, regardless. But it's like, a lot of you guys...
Still don't want the heater.
No, a lot of you guys, you're experiencing some type of poverty when you're royalty for real. So don't allow your circumstances or situations as well make you...
Y'all want your sister and them to stop somewhere
look
and
at
bring
your...
something to eat before they leave on this side of town?
No. Okay. Bliss. This song is by Jhené Aiko. It's called Break. We got third party Sitch here. Third party affairs, third party interference. But like I was saying, a lot of you guys, I spoke about this before in certain messages, where a lot of you guys, you could be experiencing houselessness and you not meant to be houseless. And I don't mean, and going back to what I was saying, if you are experiencing houselessness, maybe you're going to have a testimony, like whatever the case may be. I was houseless before. It was because of a living situation that I felt like was bad on my mental health, etc. So when I was able to buy my first car, I decided to be houseless. But then it broke down on me. That's a whole story. But yeah, I was houseless for sure, and it was by choice. But also, when I came into certain beliefs, I actually did not want to pay for bills and all this other stuff that was like $1,000 and all this other stuff. I was actually fine with living in my car, for sure. It was the most peaceful thing ever. I could have traveled wherever I wanted to go, etc. But the only thing was, I brought somebody with me. And child, that's where everything just went downhill. But that's the thing. You start over, not from scratch, but with experience, with wisdom. Life is an experience, and you learn, you know. So for those of you who are in poverty, of course, if that's the case, the whole world is in poverty, because there's child. But that's what other people tell you what it is. They tell you, oh, if you don't have enough of this, if you don't have enough of that, you're in class A, you're in class this, you're liberal, you're this, you're that. They always putting labels on something. They always trying to tell you, oh, if you don't have enough money, that means you're broke. Or if you don't, da, da, da. I told you, wealth, success, it's not outside of you, it's within. So a lot of you guys, you're wealthy. I don't care if you got $2 to your name, okay? This song is called Mystery Lady. Some of y'all, you give mystic. You give very much mysterious, for sure. In a grand way. I'm telling you, you gotta be so confident that... And also be okay with being alone. You're never alone. Especially when it's time to your worth. Okay? But like I said, if some of y'all are experiencing certain things, maybe it's just because you'll have a testimony. A lot of times it's literally because of our free will. You know, sometimes we get into horrible relationships. Sometimes we do this and we do that. Sometimes it just happens, right? It's our own, right? But sometimes it can also be testimony. It gives testimonies. It gives, you're going to have a testimony. But like I said, some of y'all, you could be experiencing poverty, right? And they don't necessarily, I feel like a lot of you guys are not meant to be there, honestly. You are a queen or a king of this and that country in your past life. You show up in God and Goddess energy in this life. And it's just like, that's like a god and a goddess working at McDonald's, okay? And no shade to anybody who work at McDonald's. But I'm just saying, it don't match. It don't match who you are within spirit and within soul. But it's a good thing that we don't succumb to the labels that everybody create. Oh, you work at McDonald's, or you're a janitor, or you're da-da-da. I mean, we just living and learning, honey. We just living and learning. This song is called Midnight Rider by the Allman Brothers. It says, I lose control around you. Your energy is so potent. Some of y'all expect a surprise. And then I'm saying low vibrational. Remember, compliments from people who are hurting you, toxic, etc. People who never want to leave you alone, all this stuff. It's not something to be proud about or to blush about. It's toxic. It's low vibrational. You should be disgusted. Yes. Wealth, success. It is not outside of you. It's within. Okay? Human beings created money for the wrong reasons. Back in the day, money didn't exist. Currency didn't exist. It was mainly people helping out where they could. And if they couldn't, they weren't shunned. They weren't neglected. They weren't talked bad about. But that's what I'm saying. That's why, forgive them for they know not what they do, honey. Forgive them for they know not what they do. Some of y'all are literally married to these people. That's crazy. Fire sign. Ace of club. This club energy and playing cards is the Ace of Wands in tarot. So we said the diamond in the playing cards was, of course, pentacles, representing earth energy. The clubs in the playing cards is the fire, the wand energy. The spade is, of course, the sword energy, air energy. Wand energy is fire energy. And then last but not least, the hearts is emotions. It's representing the cup energy, water energy. But yeah, I'm seeing a spark of inspiration, a fresh start, all that good stuff. Something new coming in. I'm telling you, maybe it was delayed. Maybe it's coming back around. I feel like a lot of y'all not gonna let this slip through your fingers this time around. Yeah, ain't no more stressing. And I feel like y'all, anything that's bringing forth stress, depression, etc., you're not gonna entertain it. Ain't no more stress. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it was a mind thing. This song is called Note to You by Mariah the Scientist. Mind you, these are channel songs. Don't forget, I did post a video before I got on live. So that video is also going hand in hand with this collective message that will be uploaded to my YouTube as well. So whenever y'all get out the live, if you want to go check that out, make sure you like, share, save it. Okay, and only take what resonates. It says, I can't imagine life without you. This is in quotation marks. Like I said, somebody could have said this. This could be how they feel, whether it's verbatim or not. On the back, it says, I'm all man. I'm not on the DL. So maybe some of y'all, you thought somebody was on a DL, or maybe they just said that. A lot of you guys, you're attracting somebody who's literally is giving healthy divine masculine. Balanced out with that divine feminine. Male or woman. They ain't gonna play no games. They're not gonna be confused about their sexuality. If they go both ways, they go both ways. You'll accept that. If they don't, they don't. It's gonna be good, okay? It says, I'm lost without you. This is in quotations. Like I said, you're not people's personal savior, healer, and God. You struggled, you figure things out on your own, etc. Everybody else can too. You can't be over here packing bags that are not yours. You carry your own damn bags. It says misunderstanding. I don't know, some people try to make it seem like it was a misunderstanding. No, they betrayed you. In your face, right under your nose. Okay? That's why you have resentment. Maybe some people resent you, which is crazy. This song is called By Your Side by Sade. If you don't follow me, make sure you do give me a follow, because you may never see my face again. Therefore, my collective messages. Okay? And once again, I don't just do tarot or divination. I do give advice. I do provide life coaching sessions and everything else. So if y'all want to schedule a free consultation, check out my reviews or like my website, which has more information there. You can. All right. If you ever got a reading from me or any services from me, you can go on my website and leave your review there, even if you come across the collective. Okay. I appreciate it. All right. I am trying to get the live to 50K, you guys. So this is just a reminder. If you could please double tap the screen, that would be great. If you want to get on the list, that'll be great too. Okay, if you want to send in gifts, that would be lovely. All right, if you're just now coming in, welcome. This is a collective, only take what resonates. It's not a personal message for him, them, they, her. Okay, so use your intuition. We got 10 coming out. It's in the reverse. It says, I need you like oxygen. Don't let people gaslight you and make you feel like they're gonna, trigger warning, die without you. Okay, if to be honest, they're not gonna take themselves out for real. They're not. Okay, and this is also to know not to feel bad, because like I said, people putting all of that weight on your shoulders, it's just selfish. It's just out of line. And I feel like the divine, like the way that the world works, people would never do something to the point to where you'll feel like it was your fault, or you know, whatever. So if you do decide to cut people off, you're gonna have some type of sign or whatever the case may be that shows that these people, they didn't rely on you to keep them alive or to do this and do that. I don't know if that made sense at all, but confirmation, look, spiritual union. Remember we talked about that earlier? Yeah, hotline bling. I know, in that hotline bling, this says this person is no good. It's like y'all been getting sign after sign. What do you need? Like no good or something, like you got that too. Like some of y'all, I don't know. Look, we got liar, 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 pants on fire, liar, liar, pants on fire. This says, you make my soul squeal. See, a lot of people, they was just doing a whole bunch of this for real. Now these things could be the case for sure, but all this I need you like oxygen, that could be the case too. But people are still, they're gonna be able to live without you. They're gonna be able to live. Okay, maybe they'll be depressed and stressed out and beating themselves up about things, some of them, but they're gonna live. Okay, just like you went through the worst things in your life, you made it. Okay, it's similar to that. Like, they'll be alright, and it has really nothing to do with you. Okay, you're somebody that's trustworthy, reliable, loving, valuable, etc. And I feel like you deserve to have this in your reality. If you don't receive these things, I feel like it will only be because of you. Other people are not in the way of your blessings or everything else. You are the only one that's in the way of anything. Okay, but this new person, they are trustworthy. This new person, trustworthy. Okay, if you guys could double tap the screen, especially if you're getting messages out of the collective, that would be great. I'm trying to get to 50K, especially so more people can come into the live, see the message. All right, it says, I only see you. This could have been somebody who possibly told you, I only see you. They could have also told you that you breathe life into them, or it could just be confirmation that you do breathe life into people. But like I said, child, you ain't nobody birth parent. They gotta come whole on their own. You're nobody's peace. You're nobody's happiness. Just like how the other way around, if we're talking about you, other people are not your peace. It's overstood. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys, you're happy now. You're joyful now, especially compared to back then. Count your blessings. Okay. Practice gratitude. But others of y'all, you're going to be coming into this energy. If you never see this energy, it has a lot to do with you. Like I said. Okay, it says, I can't see myself with anybody else but you. If you leave, I'll still be here. We seen this energy earlier. Ooh, look, we got ex-lover coming out in the reverse with plenty of fish in the sea coming out in reverse. Some of y'all, child, I don't know if you, something about abandonment wounds or possessiveness and just not giving it up. I'm gonna need you to know that there are plenty of fish in the sea. Like, you don't have to just keep on connecting with the same people. Okay? You don't have to keep connecting with the same people. There are plenty of fish in the sea. This song is called Mutt by Leon Thomas. Some of y'all, confirmation to take your time, because a lot of people, they just want to get into your energy for a reason. And it ain't a good reason. All right, we have I want to be your lover on the back of the deck. So I feel like whoever this new person is, they're gonna come in on a grown man, grown woman ish. Giver, receiver energy, all in. Ain't no confusion, ain't no waiting around. No, they're going to, this most definitely may be somebody who proposes. That's how serious it is. And I'm not saying just because people propose, that mean they serious. Because, I mean, I've been married before. Right when I got out of high school, honey. And child. That man was not serious. Okay. It says, I want you back. This is in quotations. I forgot the other little quotation mark over here. Okay. It says, I want you back. And it says, when you are in pain, so am I. Once again, this could be the case. It could be confirmation, or it could be something that somebody said, something that you said, how you feel, how they feel. Apply to how it fits. It is in quotation marks. So a lot of times that means somebody said this, even if it's not verbatim, or maybe they feel this way. And it's coming out with they meant what they said. So these people do want y'all back and everything like that, but hey, I mean, what they want the collective to do, keep getting hurt. That's why that song is Let Her Go by what's his name? If you love her, then let her go. Oh, 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 let her go. I can't even think for real. But that's literally what it is. If you love her, let her go. If you love him, let him go. Because you keep hurting them. But see, the collective got to take just as much accountability. You're still with a person that's narcissistic, manipulative, lying, etc. That just shows maybe the things that you need to work on, heal, etc. So like I said, everything really be happening for a reason, for real. It's not something that's too deep like, oh, everything happens for a reason, as in something mystical. No, it's like everything happens for a reason because of our free will and everything else. The lessons that we need to learn, the things that we don't see. You know, it really be so simple for real. But magic is real. It exists. Okay, it exists. But some things it's not that deep, magical, etc. It's just like common sense for real. It's not rocket science. It's not something that's so like out of this world, you know. Somebody was like, let's make this work. And it's like, I mean, it takes two. Not Teddy Pendergrass. Shout out to you though. That could be significant. It's the old school jams. But this is something that's like pop, and I can't think of his name. Imagine Dragons could be significant. That other song as well, I can't think, but it's a pop song. Would you let her go? Oh, you only need the light when it's burning low. You only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love them when you let her go. So I guess some of these people, when you love, that's how they realize, you know, they really loved you and cared about you and couldn't live without you and all this other stuff. That's cute. That's cute. But nah. You heard it all before. I heard it all before. You were my boo. I trusted you for way too long, but your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. Okay, what's that song? It's called Heard It All Before by Sunshine. But look, we got A Portion's Blame coming out with Karma. They getting exactly what it is they deserve. Literally. Some of y'all, you're gonna feel bad. You're gonna feel bad for having to leave people behind and all this other stuff, but you gotta feel more good about what you deserve than what it is that you're feeling bad about what you're leaving behind. Okay? I'm telling you. You can't keep missing out on your blessings. Only you can get in the way of that. It says, you bring out the best in me. Then I thought of that Tyrese song, Best in Me. You bring out the... Something about a busted lip. I don't know why I taste blood in my mouth. Something going on with the mouth. Was the throat chakra significant, or something about trigger warning, domestic violence? Okay, maybe some of y'all pop somebody in the mouth for playing with you. Okay, look, I don't condone the violence. Okay, anyways, it says wants to spend a lifetime with you. Somebody wants to spend a lifetime with you. Could be the person that said you bring out the best in me. Or maybe it's this new person. It could be any and everybody. Well, we team new people, okay? Especially if they're in divine energy, period. No more karmics. It says, I get a bit jealous. You're mine. I told y'all some of them toxic ways, low vibrational energy is nothing to be, you know, happy about. It says, I hurt you, but let me right my wrongs. Child. Child, look, y'all take the messages how it resonate for you. We got 4-4 coming out. 4-4-6-6. I keep seeing those numbers. 12-12 on the clock. Look, focus on you. Came out again. Period. The 9 of Diamonds in tarot. This is the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles usually talks about you reaping the rewards of your labor. It's independent wealth. So maybe a lot of you guys are encouraged to focus on you, your independent wealth, etc. It says, take a look in the mirror. This could be in a way like beauty wise, or this could be a way in like doing shadow work. But I put my guard down for you. 12-13. It says, you healed my broken heart. Somebody could have said that. And on the back it says, protective over you. Your spiritual team is protective over you. This new person is protective over you. Maybe different people were protective over you. Letters A through J, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J could be very significant. And it says, don't ever leave me. This song is called Smooth Operator by Sade. See, a lot of people could have been really smooth, running real smooth. My phone on 25% now. Look, I told y'all what I told y'all. That popped the question. See, some of the dusty bums over here wanting to pop the question. But then you also have this new person that's really all about you. Is giving your ideal partner. They're gonna pop the question for sure. Look, divine masculine. See, y'all got the psycho crazy ex that's obsessed with you, won't let go, versus the divine masculine. And maybe this person even tried to impersonate the divine masculine energy, but they most definitely was giving karmic masculine and karmic feminine. And a lot of y'all, this could be talking about family, friends, lovers, any type of relationships, right? This is basically a love reading, actually. And love, it doesn't have to just be limited to romantic situations. But a lot of y'all, the main theme and the main energy that's coming out is that psycho, crazy ex that's obsessed with you and then won't let you go, versus this beautiful, beautiful energy of a divine, masculine, feminine energy. Literally. This person is effed up over you. They trying to come off like they fake busy for real. Or they trying to come off like they busy for real, but they ain't got nothing going on. They ain't got nothing going on. They fake busy, honey. Effed up over you at the same time. Some of these people could have cared a lot about their appearances, how they look. They most definitely could have been an exhibitionist. Some of y'all, they believe in magic now, especially when you hit that Houdini, okay? I can't. Some of y'all funny. I can't. Look, Queen Bee, period. Some of these people, y'all probably didn't went karmic in your own energy. It was a whole divine Queen Bee. Yeah, and then turned karmic for real. Some of y'all, you was no longer feeling secure, confident, like a boss. You wasn't even focused on your career. Some of y'all, if you still in this energy, I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm gonna need you to get up out of it. Okay? Some of y'all is just possessing these other people's energies. If they lazy, now all of a sudden you lazy. If they ain't got nothing going, you ain't got nothing going. Type energy. But you the queen bee for real. Take back your power. Take back your energy. The fuck? Glorilla could be significant. Look, romance. Yes, honey. This is gonna be, I'm telling you, your romantic life. Some of y'all, you about to be literally swept off your feet for real. Doing the things that you be seeing in the movies for real. Alright, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. I am wanting to get to 50K likes. It says reckless love, reckless sex, okay? Loving recklessly, most definitely giving toxic. Reckless sex, most definitely giving plan B, no rubber, whatever. Some of y'all learned the hard way for real. We got bad news and secrets. Remember, it could be confirming things that have already happened. It could be confirming things of the present, or it could be fortune telling things of the future. But we got bad news and secrets coming out side by side. It could be a message individually, or they could be together, okay? A lot of times, if it's not popping up your energy, a lot of times it can be telling you what's encouraged or telling you what's going on, showing somebody else's energy, etc. Y'all was having reckless sex, reckless love, probably loving people who you knew couldn't love you back. Whatever. Fake busy coming out. A lot of y'all, you finna be busy as hell. Or a lot of y'all, this situation required possibly a lot from you. Like, it's given taking care of grown ass people as well. Last time I checked, you are not a mom, or you're not their mom, okay? Whatever. Look, somebody effed up over you. And let them be, because I'm telling you, these people are not changing. So you're going to keep getting disappointed. But like I said, if some of y'all got to bump your head, you just got to bump your head. I didn't bump my head about 50 million times, child. Okay? It says spiritual gifts, getting readings. Y'all tapped in for real. You can really sense shit for real. Some of y'all probably be feeling like you have this telepathic whatever relationship with people the whole time. You just really tapped in for real. All right, but somebody could be getting readings, or you could be, maybe you've gotten readings about this situation. We got love spell. I did a spell on you. I'm telling you, some of these people could have did some type of, whether it was love bombing, because I told you a lot of times they don't have to be candle magic for real. This song is called I Used To by Leon Thomas. Then we have backstab. A lot of y'all dealt with pain, cheating, deception, mind games, love bombing. Remember we just talked about that? Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen so we can get to 50K likes. Alright. These people are literally ashamed. Some people could be ashamed, feeling guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. This could be somebody with a side hustle. But that's because now y'all see who they truly are. They couldn't keep that secret for long. Now you know who they truly are. They're ashamed. Some of these people tried to possibly make it seem like that wasn't who they really were. But y'all done seen all sides of these people. And they just very much ashamed. They like, damn, out of all people, this person seen my true colors. I just feel so embarrassed. I just feel so da-da-da. Some of these people, they could have even tried to play tricks on you. I'm telling you. Trying to impersonate something. Trying to come off like a certain way. We got bumping heads, most definitely. That's why y'all was bumping heads with these people. You was not wrong, honey. We got love message. Somebody want to send you a message of love. Maybe they have. Maybe some of y'all found out that these people was playing on your top with a third party. Okay, we got ghosted. Off and on, hot and cold, detached. This connection was bound to come to an end, honey, okay? Yeah, moving on, letting go, loving you. You didn't free yourself. You're free now. You're free. It's crazy. Some of y'all could be losing sleep, or I feel like most definitely these are these people. Even if you was in this energy, I feel like we mainly picking up on people karma for real. Okay? People losing sleep because they're worried, replaying events, thinking about you. I'm telling you. But you gotta let people go through that karma. This thug is under pressure. Okay? Or maybe somebody on they ass too. Like, I don't know if people owe people money or whatever. And people like, man, if you don't have my money, you don't have my money. It's crazy. It's crazy over here. We got under pressure. Anxiety, decisions, time's running out. Some of these people, they know they time running out with you. Shit, a lot of y'all, it done already went dry. They ain't got no more chances, no more time. This song is called All I Want Plus In Pursuit by Mariah the Scientist. See, some of y'all could have been in that Mariah the Scientist type of love situation. Everybody could see clear as day that this ain't the one. But y'all just still like locked in like Bonnie and Clyde, y'all. But it's okay. We've all been there. We've all been there. Bless her heart. Okay. Some of y'all didn't know. You let this person go. There was no more stress. You can do bad all by yourself, honey. Facts. I want to be broke. I'll be broke by my damn self. I want to be depressed. I'll be depressed by my damn self, honey. You make me depressed. You stress me out. You sucking me dry to the point. sucking a collective dry to the point they ain't even making no money. No money on. And it ain't because they believe the money was created by humans. No. No. But you're number one. Kodak Black said, I'm the shit, but you know damn well I ain't number two. Okay. Bar. Okay, I'm telling you. It's giving number one. They a joke. They a joker. How do you fumble somebody who's a trophy? You're dumb. Okay? You're an idiot. Period. But there's some unexpected money coming in for y'all. It's people who like literally are upset. People are literally going to be upset with this new version of you and the people that you're going to be attracting in your life. They're going to be hating for real. They're going to be hating. Look, I literally just said that. Look. They going to be hating. See, it was some third-party affairs interfering with this genuine love connection. Got abundance. A lot of y'all, you're going to be wealthy in this lifetime. And I do mean within prosperity. For sure. You're already naturally wealthy within, etc. Of course, it's going to multiply times 10 in your external reality. December the 24th could be significant. Could have been significant. It's a new day now. It's December 30th. 12:25 a.m. 2030. Your 20s and your 30s is significant. Look. Girl. We got disingenuous, untrue, inaccurate. With this false document here. We got ritual here. Whether y'all were doing a ritual, some type of practice, or whether it was others. Conflict, time to disagreements, fights, arguments. Once again, this is a love message. Love does not just talk about romantic connections. It's talking about any and every relationship. Okay? You can even throw in business in there, but business, it's not really... But like I said, it's just why how it fits. So all of these things, it could be confirming things of the past, the present, or the future. We got intuitive care, time to intuition and inner knowing with the older man, emperor energy, the mature man coming out. They came out almost together, but not quite. You can look at messages as a storyline, or you can look at them as individual messages. They come out together. You can put them together. We got travel and ice queen. Some of y'all learned the hard way. You went through so much trial and tribulation. That's why you embody the Queen of Swords. She is a person that went through a lot of trial and tribulation to come into this form of wisdom and discernment. So a lot of you guys, this is a court card, right, in tarot. Court cards are usually the people of the energy. And so that means the page, the knights, the kings, the queens. This is the queen, usually referring to cardinal energy. The creative, the creator, whatever. Now, if sword, that's mental, that's mind, that's communication. Even travel at times, it also represents air, energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So maybe you can have these placements. Maybe it could be an air sign. Maybe other people could be, whether it's sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, whatever. But maybe, with this travel energy, it usually talks about move, traveling, or travel, go from one place to another. And it came out with the Ice Queen. So that's why I'm like, a lot of times it's pulling up the characteristics, the personalities, the people, either encouraging you to embody this energy or just telling you what energy somebody possesses. So maybe a lot of you guys, you've learned, you have discernment that it's best for you to just go your own way, to travel, to move away from something. Okay. Child, the journey has been journeying. Didn't it sound like I kind of said drain a little bit? We got jealous and envy. Okay, I'm most definitely picking up that somebody is jealous or envious of who you are and whatever occupation you have. Even if it's not a 9 to 5. Even if it's something that's like of spirituality, your essence, whatever. But you're attracting a nice guy, like I said, or a nice gal. Queen of Cups, King of Cups energy. Look, they are the Queen of Cups. We just seen the nice guy energy, which refers to the King of Cups. This is the sweetheart, which refers to the Queen of Cups. I'm telling y'all. I'm literally telling you. You're a sweetheart. You're attracting a nice guy. Generous, emotionally balanced. You're somebody who's psychic, intuitive, emotionally intelligent, nurturing, compassionate, etc. It's like y'all are literally, it's going to be the most beautiful connection ever. Other people may have tried to impersonate certain energies. It wasn't working. The mask can't stay on that long, honey. Frank Ocean could be significant for some reason. This song is called Head in a Jar by Kamari. But yeah, you're number one. I feel like once you started acting like it, and not the whole fake it till you make it, but nah, dead ass knowing, that's what shifted everything for real. I don't know if you gave somebody, you sent a message to somebody. I don't know, the high priestess kicked in. The intuition kicked in for real. And that's when the tower energy hit. Something that was unexpected. Okay, have faith. A lot of you guys do have faith, especially when it comes to love or love offer. If you got somebody who's praying and wishing upon a star that you accept their love offer, it ain't happening, buddy. It ain't happening. We got 5-6 and 4-6. You know, in tarot, when it comes to angel number 5 and then it goes to angel number 6, in tarot itself, not numerology, the energy of 5 is a lot of problems, not enough solutions, a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. And then when you get into the 6, it usually ties to getting the answers to those questions, gaining the solutions, all like that. And I feel like going back to having a faith of a mustard seed, that's all it really takes. A lot of you guys just embodying faith, confidence in something or someone, complete trust or confidence in something or someone. Maybe this isn't yourself. Maybe this is in true love. If this is not your energy, it's somebody else's. That's why I said some of y'all, people are putting complete trust or faith in God or you or whatever when it comes to this offer, this relationship, this commitment. This song is called Numb by Gideon. But yeah, that tower, some of y'all didn't expect certain things. It could have been chaotic, destructive. But I feel like it's best if you create a tower moment for everybody else and not one for yourself, honey. So the tower moment for other people, they thought you was finna still be there. You even took your power, child. Moving on up. But trust your intuition, because like I said, this message doesn't just have to resonate for today, a specific situation. It can be next year. It can be 2 years later. So for what I'm seeing right now, especially if it's in a present tense energy, High Priestess is usually your spiritual team, or it's encouraging you to trust in your intuition. Okay, travel is significant. Use your discernment when it comes to travel. Some of you guys are using your discernment when it comes to travel. A message is significant, some type of letter, news, or notification. Intuitive Kev is out here, which once again ties to your intuition, your inner knowing. So heavy intuition, crown chakra, third eye energy out here. A man, someone who is possessing emperor energy, which could be a dad or a father figure, or it could be an older man, is significant coming on your read. The Ice Queen is here, which is a person, whether it's male or woman. Usually in tarot, it's a woman, but spiritually, right, gender fluid by all means. It could be male or woman. Usually a person that possesses discernment, especially from trial and tribulation. Okay, we got on the back of the deck endings. I'm telling you, it's the year of the snake. Number 9, completion. Y'all wrapping things up, honey. 12:32 on the clock. On the front of the deck, we got child here. So a literal child could be significant, whether this is like an actual child, pregnancy, childhood, your younger self, inner child, or metaphorically, it can signify a fresh start, new beginnings. Okay, we got the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups out here. Yes, honey. So I feel like relationships, the relationships that you have had, come into, they're all for a reason, you know? And I feel like a lot of people awoken you to a lot of things and vice versa. People were just the catalyst to certain things. This song is by Mariah the Scientist. It's called Note to Self. it's funny because at first it was the note to you song, and now it's note to self. So I feel like now y'all are like taking a look in the mirror, taking accountability for how, you know, life was for you, not just blaming the next person like, oh, you did this, you did that. Like, yeah, we see that, boom, boom, bam. But also we're reflecting back to ourselves like, how did I get myself in this situation? It was on me for staying in this connection that long. Da da. I'm not saying blaming self, but it's more like taking accountability, forgiving people for they don't know what they do, whatever the case may be, or it's encouraged. Like I said, a lot of times if this is not your energy, it's encouraged, or it's picking up on other people's energy, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like a lot of y'all, instead of constantly talking to other people, preaching to other people, you started pouring into yourself. That's what it's given. And if you know that's not your energy, then it's encouraged. Okay, maybe it's to come in the future. But I'm saying a love offer here. Okay, this offer could be in the form of a relationship, a commitment. And by all means, we don't know who it's coming from. Like I said, y'all got people from your past, you got new people. It's just really all up to you. What you do is your own life. But I feel like for those of you who learned the lesson, this is going to be an ideal partner. And you're going to live happily ever after. Ain't no more stress, ain't no more depression. Because it just won't exist. That type of stuff don't exist in healthy relationships. Relationships aren't hard. People make them that way. I'm seeing faith. So either it's encouraged or maybe you're embodying it. Good for you. There was some type of tower moment here. Maybe something that you didn't see coming, that somebody else didn't see coming. Like I said, if it's not your energy, it's somebody else. Okay. Past, present, future energy could be significant. False documentation. Angel number 101. Maybe something that's not genuine or something that's untrue or inaccurate could be significant. Then I thought of legal. We got ritual out here. Rituals are just meaningful and intentional practices that's repeated. Okay. Actions used to honor something, create change, connect spiritually, and set an intention. That's usually the definition of a ritual. Okay, so remember we picked up on love spell energy. So either you're the one doing the ritual, it doesn't have to be a love spell, or other people was. And remember I told y'all when it comes to spells, it doesn't have to necessarily be candle magic. It can also be people love bombing you, wishing and praying that you come back into their life, trying to manifest you, like all this other stuff. It can be in the form of words, communication, okay? It doesn't have to usually embody the elements, smoke and fire and everything else, right? But it could be, you know. But ritual is out here. And maybe some of y'all, it's encouraged. You know what I'm saying? Black obsidian, rose quartz, got the candle lit. Maybe this could be protection ritual, spiritual bath, significant, whatever, right? Beauty magic, saying your positive affirmations in the mirror could be a thing. 1916. We got conflict here. In the past, present, or future, I'm seeing disagreement, fights, arguments. Okay, I'm seeing travel, going from one place to another. This song is called In the Chair by Odile. Things by fives are significant. 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30, 35, what? Maybe 5 could just be significant. I remember I was talking about the 5s with you guys, but I was mainly talking about it within tarot specifically. But in numerology, it can also signify freedom. Yes, rather, you know, mainly you hear 5 represents change. You know, there's many definitions and meanings to a lot of these things. And, you know, freedom is also one of them for number 5. So I feel like you guys are just freeing yourself from a lot of things. And I mean, of course, you do have people who pulling on your energy, but I feel like if you keep on ignoring them and moving on and focusing on you, eventually they'll stop, okay? Taking your power back, doing the cord cutting ritual, whatever. And then next thing you know, you'll self-love yourself into a healthy connection. And then they most definitely will know that it's over with. Ain't no more reaching out. That's why some of y'all, if you change your number, you encouraged to or you changed it. Beauty. This song is called Art of War by AVENOIR. One day my love will return. No, she won't, buddy. She's gone. He's gone, bud. Because they have clarity. Collective has clarity now. Truth. Realization. We got shocking. Turmoil. Trouble. Unexpected. I'm telling y'all. Some of y'all done shocked the hell out of people. They thought you was gonna constantly not see straight through them. They thought they was gonna have a family with you. Some of y'all, this is your family. Like I told y'all, it could be family. Even people who you created a family with, right? Or maybe they have a family with somebody else. But regardless, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy is here. Some of you guys are going to be a mom. You aren't going to have that family. I told y'all, a lot of y'all, you're going to be creating your own family. Because a lot of y'all, the people who you got birthed into a connection with or whatever, you related by blood, all of that, a lot of them are not healthy, supportive, reliable, trusting, etc. So I feel like you're attracting better. Literally calling in your soul tribe. Loyalty. I'm telling you, attracting everything that you are. And it's finally because you know your worth, you have clarity, etc. See, when you first started off, you was probably a teen, hormonal, etc. Nobody really taught you about self-love, healing. None of that. You probably didn't even expect to get cheated on because it probably wasn't even talked about, right? Loyalty, it says trusting, reliability, believing. So life is for sure turning around for a lot of you guys. And I remember before we was talking about the New Year resolutions and everything, but this is something about this time, for real, for real. It's just a new you. This song is by Leon Thomas. It's called Lucid Dreams. Once again, somebody is dreaming about you, and it could be this new person, but it also could be that person from your past. All right, we got abandoned. On the front, we got pain. And then we have heart song, which ties to mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. No, we got chasing. Football could be significant, or sports. Inch number 6 or 16. That 516 or that 56 keep appearing. But yeah, it says pursuit, toxicity, resilience. I don't know if some people get like a drive, like this, not a drive, but a boost or something with this back and forthness. Like he said, I still smell your pheromones. He said, you left a part of you in my living room. You left a part in my closet. Some of y'all could have left a part of you in their living room, in their closet, in their life, okay? Your scent is there, something. Oh, you left the eyelash. It's there, honey. But some of these people, they're chasing after you, honey. This was a runner-chaser dynamic, and you've stopped being both. Now these people are just left chasing. They gonna chase their ass to a brick wall. Cause look, y'all going towards peace. You at peace. Without these people, you at peace. Balance, harmony. I'm saying friendship here. Angel number 2 could be significant for this collective. Time to balance, duality. We got obsession. People are literally obsessed. Infatuated. Adore you. Addicted, for real. And then we have possibilities coming out. Air travel could be significant. Whether it's airplanes, whether it's parachuting. Parachutes. Hot air balloons. It says free-spirited, adventure, risk. Apply a message is how it fit for you. You know your life. Okay? We got confusion. You confused, they confused, somebody confused, honey. Maybe in the past you were, but I feel like a lot of y'all, you got the clarity that you need now. Now these people are left in confusion. But how are you confused, honey? How are you confused? You know, somebody who's unsure, unclear on something, uncertain. Some of these people are uncertain if you're going to come back. You're not. They feel like you're soulmates, but you have a soulmate that's for you. Not something that's you're meant to let go of and love. You know, this is going to be something that's possibly going to be eternal. Like a forever thing. Grow old together and die together. Okay? Death is not a horrible thing, okay? We get taught to fear death and all this other stuff. But soulmates, it says deep love, unity, connection. I feel like you are coming into union with self. Therefore, that's how you're going to be able to come into union with whomever these other people are. Karma is really, really significant. Karma is just really cause and effect. Okay? Consequences of one's actions. It says consequences, cause and effect, debts, debt. So it's like people are paying that karmic debt and you are receiving the dharma. See, you can even be one with karmic debt. You know, like I said, it's consequences, right? If we connecting with people who don't really know what love is, then we probably gonna get hurt. That's like karma, consequence, right? But somebody's spying on you. They could be spying on you through your social media. It says social network information and ways. Some of these people have ways to spy on you or get information. That's crazy. This song is by Friday. It's called Taboo. And then I thought of that Sade song, Sweetest Taboo. $12.22. You wanna wagwan. African, Jamaican, Nigerian, heritage cultures, ethnicity, etc. It could be significant. Yeah, dealing with people who you couldn't fully trust. Now you too busy winning. They can create as many fake accounts as they want. And some of y'all be questioning, is this a fake account? That's crazy that you gotta even question if something is a fake account. Like, you just be like, is this a real person that actually wanting to follow me? Or is this a goddamn ex or something that's watching me? Like, whole time, it be a little bit of both. Always partying. Unfazed. This is the T. This is the deck that says, what's the T? So we got always partying. They ain't on shit. And we have unfazed. Some of these people, they try to keep themselves from feeling anything, depression, stress, etc. by drinking or partying or whatever the case may be. But it's always, that always is a temporary fix. And I feel like a lot of you guys, life is going to feel like a vacation for sure. You're literally going to be unfazed. I told y'all, a lot of y'all, you don't look like what you've been through. And you most definitely don't come off that way either. Like, you come off like you never went through anything for real. Like, from the outside looking in, yeah. 611. We got rejected. Rejected. Now I'm thinking of that game Among Us. But somebody was rejected. We got cock blocking. Y'all done kept digging away. You done kept the coochie away. You didn't put it on lock, honey. You didn't put it on lock. Period. We got running. I told y'all, y'all not in that run or chaser dynamic no more. Y'all didn't stop running. You didn't stop chasing. And now these people chasing. And you just walking yourself into peace. Some of y'all, maybe if you know that you want to exercise or get into better shape, then it's encouraged. You don't even have to start off with running. You can do the basics. Walk, jog, you know, and just increase. Don't cheat yourself. You only cheating yourself. You ain't cheating nobody else. Hey, this song is called Young Remix, okay? We Mix by Stunner for Vegas and Mona Leo. I probably lived up this broad. That girl said, I'm on my second M this year. I'm very in that mode. Okay. But yeah, we got no facts coming out. It says never has the facts, make shit up, lies. Literally. Crying over you. Scarcity tactics. That could be you or them. Too busy winning. .420 friendly could be significant. They so cute. Look, the wolf. Wolf in sheep's clothing, trying to impersonate loyalty, support, and friendship. But y'all really about to get that real deal for real, for real. Two of Cups, loyalty, support, friendship. Y'all can connect with somebody who you can be lovers and friends. That song could be significant by T-Pain. Yeah, see, y'all are guarded and protected because you went through a lot of pain, a lot of illusion. People right under your nose deceiving you. So I feel like you just encouraged to stand your ground. You're not crazy. You know what you're talking about. Trust in your spiritual gifts. A lot of things, you don't need physical proof. A lot of things are just not that logical. Sometimes it requires you to just trust in your intuition. But I'm literally telling y'all, a lot of y'all didn't graduate spiritually, literally, whatever. But y'all are attracting somebody. Maybe this person already knows about you. They have a crush on you or whatever the case may be. But a lot of you guys, you tapping back in, starting attracting somebody. Maybe this person already knows about you. They have a crush on you or whatever the case may be. But a lot of you guys, you tapping back in, starting over. Hi, Lizzie. The list is open, love. Who do you think I am? This song is called He Wasn't Man Enough by Tony Braxton. That's it, boo-boo. That's it. He just wasn't man enough, okay? He wasn't man enough for me. But y'all are attracting true love relationships within friendships, a family that you're going to be creating of your own, whether you birth this family literally or metaphorically. But beautiful, beautiful. You're going to be meeting somebody new. You're going to be dating again, getting back out there. And you're going to actually connect with somebody who literally knows how to plan. If, like, you're the woman and you believe in, like, the feminine, being in your feminine, allowing this and that, whatever, this is going to be a person that literally, if they want to go on a date, they're going to create it. They're going to do this, go do this, hit you up like, all right, babe, you available 7 p.m. Friday? Bet. We got a date. I'm telling you. This is going to be somebody who sees you for real. They could possibly already see you, especially if you are a person of, like, if you're in the public eye. It's going to be a lot of people who see this, see that you're winning. You're going to be getting recognized. This is really beautiful. You're going to be meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted. A lot of y'all, this is possibly going to start off as like a friendship. But maybe it's still overstood that this is going towards the romantic department. But it can even be just saying you're attracting romantic and platonic connections. Regardless, it's beautiful. No Scrubs by TLC could be significant. Yeah, I feel like a lot of y'all being withdrawn is also people's karma as well. And that was just the karma for you as well. Like, eventually you go through something so many times. Eventually, you're just going to be fed up, or you're just going to be drained, or just, you know. Some of these people, Megan Thee Stallion's song, when she was like, You bagged him. She was like, the maid, you bagged him. You the maid, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Hey, okay. Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion. Savage song could be significant. We got Taurus and Scorpio. This person is most definitely, they're gonna bring something out of you for sure. You know, Scorpios usually trigger warning. I don't want to say trigger warning, but it's more like explicit wise. It's like giving like the freak energy. And I almost want to curl my toes up to say this because it sounds so like, oh, it's too explicit. But I feel like this person is gonna bring out something for sure. It says release control and breathe through the tension. This is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck. If y'all want to get this for yourself. All right, but I am gonna end the collective soon. But yeah, be proud of yourself. I love that. It says last quarter moon in Taurus. It's saying be proud of yourself. You most definitely did come a long way, and there's still a journey to go. You know, you don't stop here, but you've completed a lot of things, reached a lot of milestones, closed out a lot of chapters, and you're doing a damn thing. You're not who you used to be. You are letting go and loving you. You're attracting healthier and better relationships and connections in your life. You have people that still pulling on your energy, but I feel like you are learning the lesson, gaining the clarity, will have the clarity, gain the clarity. But don't worry, you guys, if you missed the message, it will be uploaded on my YouTube. I also posted a video before I got on live, so it goes hand in hand with this collective message. Attend to the details. This is the last quarter moon in Virgo, so Taurus, Virgo energy could be significant. Maybe a lot of you guys have been attending to the details, or it's encouraged. Maybe this is what you've learned. A lot of y'all is encouraged. This song is called Been Away. It's by Brent Fayez. Something about having nails and can't pick something up could be significant. We got Step Into Your Power. It's coming out in the reverse. And then we have, that's with the first quarter moon in Aries. This last quarter moon in Scorpio says, reveal what needs to be seen. These messages could be together. It could be separate. Just applies how it fits for you. Any more messages here for the collective? There's always messages to give, but I'm going to have to cut the live soon because my phone is on 8%. Don't forget to give me a follow if you haven't already. And if you guys could double tap the screen. We didn't make it to 50K, but hopefully we can make it to 20K before the live ends. So if you guys could double tap the screen, that would be great. We have the new moon in Pisces saying to attune to the divine within, the divine spiritually, outside of self. We got the last quarter moon in Pisces. It says talk less, feel more. And then we have the first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. So be proud of yourself. Attend to the details. Talk less, feel more. Get out into nature. Meditate. Connect with the divine within and outside. Okay, attune to the divine. Reveal what needs to be seen and step into your power. A lot of you guys, you've already been doing this. That card did come out in the reverse, but depending on who you are, that's how you should take the message. If you know that you haven't stepped into your power, then it's most definitely encouraging you to. All right, and last but not least, keep your heart open. Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces. Okay, first quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. First quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. Okay. First quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. Some of you guys, you need to live like you're operating in this new world, this new reality. However you want your world, operate as if it already exists, or speak your world into being. I am wealthy, I am rich. And live like it, honey. Okay. Know your worth. New moon in Taurus. Some of y'all, you realize your worth for sure. Others of y'all, please, it's encouraged. Listen to some frequency music. Maybe do some sound bowl healing or sound healing, chakra healing, balancing. New moon in Aquarius, it says open up to change. In the first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. On the back of the deck, well, on the front of the deck, it says cool your emotions with the full moon in Aries. And on the back, it says lighten up. This is the last quarter moon in Leo. And remind you, it could be talking about your energy, other people's energy. It could be encouraged. It could be things that you're already doing. It could be past, present, future energy. Just apply the message to how it fit. Not every message may be for you, so trust in your intuition and use your discernment. This was a collective. It was not a personal at all. This message was not personally for anyone in particular. Okay. This song is by SZA. It's called Drew Barrymore. Barrymore. Womanizer by Doja Cat could be significant, or The Term. I'm going to pull you guys some messages from the Spirit Animal deck. Maybe a card or two. No more than 3. We got the Fox here. Time to Opportunities. Intuitively, I feel like this could resonate for you. So it says, you must be quick to move out of your comfort zone, especially when the situation calls for immediate responsiveness and flexibility. Open your mind to new ways of doing things. Once you do, get ready for good luck and opportunities to come your way. All right. Any more messages here for the collective? If you guys want to get on the list, please let me know. If I end the live by the time you want to get on the list, we can still do your reading. It can be a personal instead. I meant to say a private reading instead. The Opportunities energy represents the fox. Okay, we got the beaver on the back representing balance. It says you are being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. Especially if you guys do have family members that you still connect with, etc. Like if you know you're a person who's purposely not connecting with certain people for a reason, for your own mental health, etc., then that message will be totally different. That's what I mean by take the messages how it resonate for you. But this, like I said, it can even be something that's like futuristic or something, you know. Instead of today's time, maybe it's talking about next year, next 2 years, next whatever, right? Any more messages here for the collective? Somebody's the name Sandra, Taylor, Faye, Annie, Anne, Jules, or something like that could be significant. We got the Badger coming out. Endurance. France could be significant. It says, whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith will be paying off. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that is best for you. Literally. 101 on the clock. Okay. We got the Bear coming out. Time to Strength. You guys could even be seeing these animals, whether it's on social media, in person, whether you see it in your dream, whether you've always had a liking for it or whatever, right? The library could be significant. It says the bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. It may be time for you to stand for your beliefs or your truth with strength and confidence. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. Yep. There's no right or wrong way when it comes to just living and experiencing. If you bump your head, you bump your head. Like I said, the times where you actually gain wisdom, etc., it actually comes from those challenges, those moments and times where you do bump your head and go through the obstacles and the challenges and all that, right? Strength doesn't come from winnings. It comes from struggles and, you know, etc., getting through those things. So on the back of the deck, we got the hippopotamus. The Lion King could be significant. Madagascar could be significant. It says the hippopotamus, the hippo, it ties to exploration. Okay, this song is by Avant. It's called Separated. All right, but with this energy here, it says if you have become bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. There's always messages to give, but I'll keep it at that. Once again, if you guys want to get a personal, please let me know. My website is there for you to view, not necessarily book. You'll have to book through me. And the only way is just sending in your payment by clicking the link in my bio and scrolling all the way down to payment options. I have several different payment options. All right, but whenever you guys need a reading, want a reading, I am available. Be mindful that I don't just do readings. I also do life coaching sessions, mentorships. I give advice in many, many areas. I do go by being a wise counsel and a holistic consultant. Okay, so that's mainly what my services will persist of. Even if I am doing readings, 9 times out of 10 it'll be, yes, fortune telling, getting information of the reality or whatever the case may be, but also in a way of healing, growth, etc. Things that are really beneficial and helpful at the end of the day. Okay. But yeah, I do wish you guys the best. I may pull a tarot card or two since we didn't do any tarot cards, but we kind of still did get tarot. It was just in the playing cards deck. I'm so through with you. Some of y'all is just done, honey. Congratulations. I mean, that's what happens, you know, when you get fed up. Eventually, that's what is to come. Like, there go that tower. Yeah. Ooh, and I feel like a lot of y'all, you are attracting a tower moment that's actually a beautiful within your emotions, relationships, etc., friendships. I'm telling you, tower moment at first was chaotic, destructive. It was like upheaval, etc., right? It didn't feel good, whatever. But of course, things that are not built on on stable foundation, but built on faulty foundation, it has to come tumbling down, right? If something is unbalanced, it's eventually going to tip over. Just like if the game with the blocks, what is that called? Then I thought of Tetris. Child, not Tetris. I can't even think. But of course, if you don't stack them up and they're not balanced, they're going to tip over. It has nothing to do with you, them, they, whatever. Jenga. Is there another word for it? Because I don't know why I'm getting a T word, but eventually it's going to fall over, you know? But I feel like this next tower moment, it's going to be unexpected friendships, unexpected love, unexpected sense of renewal of self and emotions and relations. It's going to be a beautiful thing this time around. Yeah, look, Sagittarius energy. This something about ice as well, especially when it's like in water and it starts breaking down into H2O instead of it's solid like ice. You start hearing like the little crackling sounds. That could be significant for some reason, only because these beads started moving for no reason. Like, there's no reason for you to move. So I don't know if some of y'all, like, certain things that you can't explain has happened to you, like some things that could seem paranormal or whatever. But look, I'm telling you, clarity is here, truth is here, new ideas, new communication. Some of y'all, you have to be the ones, if you want to connect with people, you have to be the ones to connect. I know a lot of y'all, especially my women, we like to allow people to come to us. But child, you see what I got you, okay? I ain't saying chase, don't attract. No. But also just, you know, live life, whatever you want to do it. Damn. Okay? 2 of Cups, yeah. Y'all, it was incompatible. Uncompatible, unrequited love, disharmony. So, I mean, what more can come from a situation like this? It needs healing. That's it. So, you going on about your business and let people going on about their business. Next thing you know, you're going to be walking yourself into peace and walking yourself into more stable relationships. That's just the natural look. The wheel, you never know which way it's going to turn into. This is an energy of probability. But see, a lot of times this energy also ties to good luck. Being on your side. It can tie to fate, destiny, changes, chance. A lot of different things like that. And I feel like this time around, this wheel is going to turn something solid for sure. I feel like whatever happened, some of y'all, you could have went through the worst of the worst, but it could have been even worse. You know, it could have been even more worse, you know. So once again, count your blessings, practice gratitude. All right. Welcome. Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome to the team. Welcome back. We got Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands keeps showing up. It's like no matter what happens, I'm getting that Beyonce, you won't break my soul. It's like regardless, you still, like, it's crazy. Sunflower fields or sunflowers can be significant. When I think of sunflowers, I think of happiness. We got the Two of Pentacles, which usually can tie to decisions, back and forth, two separate financial situations. Yeah, so I feel like this situation with this, of course I thought of you get what you give, but it's not even that. It's like, however a person shows up, that's what you're going to get. If a person is showing up in divine masculine, divine feminine, that's what you're going to get. If they show up in karmic feminine and karmic masculine, that's what you're going to get. It's not rocket science a lot of times. It's not something, oh, you were fated and da. I mean, it could be a fated situation where it was an important connection because maybe it promoted growth and change, etc. That's usually what karmic energies do, you know? You don't necessarily have to deem people as bad and like all this other stuff, because we all start off as kids who are innocent of purity. A lot of people don't look at it that way. Some people believe there's demon seeds, but I personally feel like children, innocent, pure, they only become who they become. Like sometimes people, based on their environment or what they learn, what they see, that's how they become. And a lot of times based on their trauma, etc., is how they become. It's no excuse. It's no validation or anything like that. Like I said, just because you have kids by someone, just because that's your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, your brother, whatever, it don't mean that you have to keep sacrificing your own mental, emotional well-being, your life, etc. You are somebody who's genuine. You are somebody who gives your all. You're the real deal. So I don't feel like y'all fake it all. I don't even feel like you could fake a connection. That's why some of y'all, you wouldn't do well in situations that are like sugar daddy, sugar, whatever. Or oh, I'm gonna just use them like they use me. I don't feel like that ever works out for you, to be honest. And I don't feel like it's supposed to either. You know, be who you are. It's not a curse. It's a blessing of who you are. Not everybody can be in this energy. And do know that it's not as rare as you think. You just was giving people chances who didn't need to, who really you shouldn't have gave a chance to, but you did. We can't go back in the past and change it, right? So it's just a living and learning situation. That's literally what it is. Okay, you'll learn how to thrive better when you look at things in a certain way. All right. But the overall energy was like destiny. Some things was just destined to happen. You know, some things was just meant to happen, especially based on your lack of knowledge, awareness, inexperience, naive energy. Like that's just what it was. Okay. And yes, some of y'all did come into connections with people who didn't reciprocate, who came in with loving conditionally and not unconditionally, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I feel like who you are today has a lot to do with your experiences, etc. But in actuality, it's only bringing you home to yourself anyway. Because a lot of y'all, you were raised a certain way, you were programmed to be a certain way. So I feel like a lot of these things, it really, it makes sense for it. It makes sense. And as you keep experiencing and living and learning, you're going to come into everything that it is that you need to know. And I feel like you're also going to come into the truest, most authentic version of yourself as well. Just keep living, keep experiencing, and to help you navigate life, hold your wisdom close, trust in your intuition, okay? And look at things from a higher perspective. Balance out spirituality and practicality. Remember, just like the phases of the moon, things change. Maybe sometimes you happy, then you sad, then you this, then you that. But it'll shift. And I feel like this time around, happiness will be permanent. It won't be something that's just like fluctuation. Okay? As well as your relationships. And that's because, of course, your truth, your clarity. So if you've been looking for an answer, the answer could be yes. For some of you guys. I'm not saying every person. Okay? But some of y'all. Because that Ace of Swords stuck out to me, and usually it's a yes card. This Two of Pentacles, though, is a maybe card. The Queen of Wands, that's a yes card. This Wheel of Fortune, I believe that's a maybe energy. This Two of Cups, I believe that's a maybe energy. You would think it's a yes, but it's also in the reverse. So yeah, a lot of being in your head. See, this is self-imposed. This is self-restriction because of our thoughts, our fears, etc. Remember, we got the energy of stepping out of your comfort zone, especially with inspired action. That card that we had just read not long ago with the spirit animal, it was telling you doing things, especially when I kind of forgot what it said, but yeah, see, a lot of the energies are coming out again. Oh, I did do the tarot energy with the other card deck that we was pulling. This is the Six of Wands, usually tied to public recognition, being celebrated, praise, usually tied to victory and success. I feel like this year, in your whole life, there was a lot going on, back and forth, communication, truth, travel, starting over, unrequited love. This song is by Summer Walker. It's called Robbed You. It's currently 1:14 a.m. And on the back of the deck, we got the Four of Swords. So a lot of you guys are in separation, experiencing breakups, etc. But I feel like this was necessary, especially so you can come into a form of enlightenment. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, it usually talks about patience when it comes to the seeds that you've been planting. Actual garden could be significant. Watering your personal garden could be significant. Growth. A lot of times this Seven of Pentacles can refer to not seeing the results, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress. Okay, I'm telling you, it's all gonna make sense in the end. It is, but I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, don't forget that you are also the creator of your reality. If you want something, sometimes you do have to go out and make that your reality. Get it. Do this, do that. Sometimes it does take action. Sometimes it don't just take wishing upon a star and this and that. Sometimes it actually takes implementing change, being disciplined, being consistent, not giving up, you know, having faith, etc. It's not as, you know, a lot of work as it sounds. Okay, 141. But yeah, I feel like you guys received the clarity, the truth. There's been back and forthness. But I feel like whatever the situation was, although there was a lot of pain, etc., from back then to now, it did not change you for the worse. And you are still, nothing broke your soul or your spirit. You're still that beautiful person inside and out. All right? But be patient when it comes to the seeds that you're planting. Once again, you may not see the results, but that doesn't mean that you're not making progress. Even if you're a social media influencer or life has just been life and you just don't understand the purpose or the reason or whatever, you will. A lot of y'all, you just need to come into like a meditative state, get out into nature more, like do certain things. See, a lot of times we don't be doing those things, you know? So we just be out here like, man, but we really don't be doing like certain things to help us get out of certain energies or whatever the case may be. A lot of times we keep ourselves in our head. Like I told y'all, this is self-imposed. This is you being in your head. You have the potential, capability, etc. to get yourself out. You see these that's wrapped around her? It's not as tight as it looks. All she have to do is do like that. It'll fall off. Literally. It'll fall off. So I feel like now, especially within y'all connections, if you were confused, you're no longer confused, or the clarity will come. If you were in a connection and it was just like a push and pull, it just was not working out. Eventually, it led to being separated, broken up, etc. But I'm telling you, it's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna make sense. This song is by Don Toliver. It's called Situation. I'm gonna try to pull a few more cards and get up out of here. My phone on 2%. Look, self-love, period. And high value. This deck had called out to me earlier, but I forgot to get some cards from it. This is the Broken Mirror Oracle cards. Mirrors most definitely could be significant. So it says love yourself on the back. And then it says loving you, taking back control, finally being happy, period. And then we have high value here. It says the Empress, beautiful or sexy, abundant and confident. See, a lot of y'all, you cutting your losses. You like deuces. You fed up, you cutting ties, you walking away. And all people gonna do is just be watching you, snooping. Some of these people are gonna be unemployed. They're toxic, they're childish. They're gonna be experiencing guilt, especially if they're not already. Let people go through their karma. Okay? People are gonna be desiring you, but it's not in a healthy way. It's in a lustful, obsessive, toxic way. All right, exactly. Addictions, roller coaster, toxic connection. That's most definitely what's been going on. And I feel like a lot of y'all, you've lost a desire for a lot of people. And you started loving yourself a lot more. This song is by Sabrina Carpenter. It's called Espresso. Maybe coffee could be significant. We got opposites attract. Lessons, not your usual type. Different spiritual beliefs. Yep. Some of y'all could be singers, makeup artists, creatives, speakers, like etc. We got egg on their face, exactly. People are literally ashamed. Whatever it was, it backfired. They got caught. Look, there go that spotlight energy again. She said, too bad your ex don't do it for you. Now he's thinking about that's sweet, I guess so. That's that me espresso. All right, now with spotlight, limelight, audience, self-absorbed, hiding their true feelings. Some of these people had deep emotions, secretly in love, was cold and detached, but you don't got time for that either. And remember, love, everybody's definition of love is very much not the same. And we have spiritual attack, karma, divine intervention, facing their demons. Exactly. You pulling away, it was meant to happen for your own growth, healing, and theirs, vice versa, literally. And now I feel like you're attracting healthier relationships. Literally, that's what it is. If you want to get on the list, make sure you DM me because I'm about to end the live. I'll see you in the next one. Ending the message, but never my love for you. Sending love, light, and all things grand. Stay safe and dangerous.